do you all mind if I just start watching and commentating the Cajun Cyber game?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I've
Let's
been
hop
watching it.
Okay, cool.
Let's hop in.
So what game? Do you know what game number this is?
I think it's still game 1. I've been watching like on and off, but the state looks really similar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is looking god awful.
Ooh.
For Cyber just loses here, or he has to. Okay, so he blocks the base, loses both the base because Taichamp has first strike, and Cyber goes down to 4 life. Not ideal.
Yeah, ooh, and he has the Pyrus is out here. Oof.
So, what out does Cyber have here? Let me look at the deck, because he needs to have Setting Sun and then also have a white source to cast something to exile Pyrus, which doesn't sound like it's likely. Yeah, so he needs to have both Sand Scatter.
He has Sand.
No, actually, he's safe from the Taichamps. He's safe from the Taichamps because he can just keep chump blocking, but he needs a Sand Scatter here, or he loses.
He could have Bewitching Vapors if it's game 2.
This is game 1.
But game 2, I think he's definitely going to bring in Bewitching Vapors, not just for Pyrus, but also for like all the planeswalkers. So yeah, that's game 1.
I mean, actually,
that's just it. And Cajun sitting pretty at 20 life.
Doesn't hit it.
Oh, that's tough.
Cajun just flexing.
See, Cajun's deck is actually, I feel like this is kind of, it's almost like a reprise of the set we just watched of Scrawl versus Kevin, except Cajun is Kevin and Cyber is Scrawl.
Yeah, only Cajun's deck he's actually played before. Like, I literally, when I submitted my list, I did 0 testing. It was just, for the moment, let's see how hard we can meme on someone. And here we are.
Yep, I think if there's a deck with that goal, I think Phoenix's is definitely the best one. Just be like, okay, I'm here to cast spells and kick ass, and I'm all out of ass to kick. Wait, hold on, I messed that up. But you get the idea. The Cajun deck is also, like, I think, a lot less fragile to stuff like Grave Hate or like Murk Chords. It has multiple angles of attack. It doesn't die to wipes as easily as most aggro decks. It has ways to deal with, like, Ozin being on the main board in a way that permanence is
It does look a little bit slower though. There's a lot less 1 mana cost spells. It's just the 2 Headwind Gliders and 3 Scourge.
Yeah, sideboards, because this is game 2. Cyber is bringing in, I think, 4 Bewitching Vapors. Giant's Wake seems like a mistake because of how slow it is, but yeah, I don't think he's bringing in any of the Giant's Wake. I could be wrong, though. But I think Bewitching Vapors for sure, out for some, I don't know, out for what, maybe some of the cantrips, and out for, I think, Casimir just doesn't do much in this matchup, I think. Or actually, Casimir might be good for, like, no, Casimir's a little bit too slow. So I think maybe out Bewitching Vapors in for some number of Casimir and the cantrips. And then Helen just kind of is a draw engine for wipes and answers anyway, so it's safe to keep her in. Meanwhile, for Cajun, does he want Shaldron's Rage for Casimir tokens? I don't know that he cares about that. Farmer's Repos, I think, yeah, he's probably bringing in Farmer's Repos for the Hunter's Hideout. And Priestess of Simplicity just destroys Cyber, so that's definitely coming in for sure. Out for what? I can't say for certain. Maybe I think Performance Desire is really good. But it also is, like, very tempo negative if Cyber has the answer. So he might bring out Performance Desire. I can't say for certain though.
Oh, see. Cyber, you might want to reset your life. Okay, yeah, so I just got a response from Cyber. Pretty much what you said. Just cut the setting suns and brought in bewitching neighbors.
Cut out Setting Sun and not Casimir? That's very interesting to me. I'll have to ask them about that.
Yeah, actually, wait.
So Cajun is leading with
And not
a Seeker of the Way.
really, not bringing in a Giant's Wake. That seems
I mean, Giant's Wake is super unwieldy and expensive. It feels like. It feels like something that you bring in against other grindy decks, not like fast matchups where because like Cyber explicitly said versus aggro you need to have Setting Sun, which is why it's surprising that he's citing it out.
Yeah, I figured he might cut some of the trips or something.
It could just be that Setting Sun isn't as good against a deck which has 10 walkers. And also, wow.
Yeah.
Are you seeing this? 6 damage to the face with Feller Charm plus Scorch. And then Seeker of the Way is going to swing in for 4 and then gain 4.
Ooh,
so that takes Cyber all the way down to 10 life. That's turn 3, swing for 10. And Cyber hasn't played a single card yet.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, here comes Sand Scatter.
This kid. Okay, yeah.
I almost. It feels bad to have to spend Sand Scatter this early because that's Cyber's only hard removal for when something hits the board, and he only has 3 copies. Or I guess he now has Bewitching Vapors, but he only has 3 copies of Sand Scatter. That's definitely worrisome.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and yeah, not I guess Cyber really doesn't have a turn 1 or turn 2 play, but still. I guess the one piece of good news is that Cyber does have.
Ooh, he also forgot to do it before attack, so most have got a counter. And that cracks this game.
So the good news is, actually, sorry. Is Outsmart? Yeah, I think Outsmart. Would Outsmart be online? Outsmart is now online since he played a land. And also Cyber is 1 cantrip away from Hunter's Hideout being online. But I guess this looks like it's gonna be Outsmart or Arcgen. And it's an Arcgen. Which, yeah, Sebasan is just too high impact to not immediately counter. But actually, the problem is that's true of everything in Cajun's deck. Is that everything is something that needs to be answered.
Wait. Arcane Genesis puts it in tapped. He should not be able to cast this.
Yeah, that's just against the rules.
Yeah. Arcane Genesis.
On a more positive note, we have straight up 7 spectators in this game. Just again, this is more. I think this is more numbers than any GP final has had, and this is a GP round 2 match. So the sequence of events is basically Cajun cast Aceto-san. Cyber countered it with Arcane Genesis, but Arcane Genesis allows Cajun to put a land onto the battlefield tapped, but Cajun put it onto the battlefield untapped and then cast a Rogar's Frenzy on Cyber's phase.
Oh,
Cyber
yeah.
didn't notice, but then
Okay,
me
so
and Kevin called it out.
yeah,
And
okay, so that's
I
like
just
a
want to be
clear
clear,
game
like
rules
calling it out.
violation then.
I'm 100% sure it wasn't malicious on Cajun's end. It was just an accident. So each player gets a warning. It's not hugely relevant, but if they get 2 more warnings of the same type anytime this tournament, it gets upgraded into a game loss. Okay, so we're continuing with the game. Cyber is going to cast Seacache, and I don't know what they have in Graveyard, but I think they're just going to draw 1 because I don't think they have another Seacache. Yeah, they do not have another Seacache in Grave. Of note, they are 1 card off turning on Hunter's Hideout, so if they have like Hunter's Hideout plus Cantrip, or like Hunter's Hideout plus Seacache or Hunter's Hideout plus Interaction, they can pretty easily turn on Hunter's Hideout. I mean, this is assuming that they do like untap, land, Hunter's Hideout, hold up, Interaction. That wouldn't turn it on in that end step, but it would be very strong play.
So, what do you think Cajun would have brought in here? Like, probably the Farmer's Repos
Farmer's Repos for sure.
and the Priestess of Simplicity.
Yeah, those 2 cards.
And definitely Priestess of Simplicity, I think, because
Priestess of Simplicity just dunks on look at look at Cyber's side of the board.
Look at this man.
It is 1 basic. Okay, I guess there's the plains. So, but cutting off Cyber's green sources is pretty huge because then Cyber can't cast Helen, can't cast Hunter's Hideout.
I mean, it would still hit Cajun pretty bad, but not
okay, and that's GG. Another thing, I think that this is Hunter's Hideout, and it's Hunter's Hideout.
Oof.
Cyber, and how did Cyber get to exactly? Oh, Wayfarer's Shrine. They cracked a fetch land, so they're up to exactly 12 cards. They get their beast, and Cyber has 2 lands untapped, which potentially means that Cyber has Interaction up. Now, if they have Outsmart, Outsmart is dead, but Sandscatter or Arcgen are still live here.
Yeah, I mean, he does have Pyrus mana.
Oh, yeah, that is true.
And, I mean, Cyber is at 12, so Pyrus mana. So Pyrus would swing. Yeah, Pyrus would swing for 8.
Yeah, Pyrus swings in for 8 and basically puts a clock that Cyber can't ignore. And Cyber doesn't have
Cyber doesn't
have mana for Vapors, so that means
it has to be exactly same
or
scatter.
Arcgen. He can Arcgen the.
Yeah,
but the problem is like Cajun has enough mana and enough cards that he can cast 2 threats this turn. Like he can go Ozin, take out Hunter's Hideout, and then like I don't know, Taicham. But nope, okay, he's just gonna Scorch Face.
I mean, yeah, that's also an option, just base.
Burn does exist, and Cyber doesn't have a good way to deal with Burn. Like you'd think that Cyber would have like
Guiding, like he doesn't have the Guiding Light.
Yeah, I think actually now that I think about it, Guiding Light is not that great in this matchup. Because Cajun is like all about putting permanents down. So what is going on here?
It says 12-9. I don't know what Cajun is.
Oh, no, I see what. Okay, so Cyber went down to 11 from the Wayfarers. And.
Oh, okay.
It looks.
From 12 to 11. When did he gain life back up?
He didn't.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he should be at 9 here, shouldn't he? Unless. Oh, no. Sorry, I didn't realize that he'd just gotten the lands of the Sedate 800 at 1 during the Rogar's turn.
Yeah, that was weird. I don't know how Cyber was at 12 lives all of a sudden, because the log doesn't show anything.
Yeah, ooh, backstage rooms.
Backstage rooms is good here to draw Cyber into something. Not Cyber, Cajun. But I guess Cajun's just going to go to end.
Hey, Hunter's Hideout, do you think?
Yeah. Okay, so Cyber just swings for 6. Cajun is now on a 3-turn clock after this. Actually, sorry, no, not 3-turn clock, because Cyber creates 2 more bees, so he's on a 2-turn clock. Actually, I lied.
He's gonna draw Smash.
So I think what could happen here is if Cyber has Bewitching Vapors, he's in a very good position, because if Cajun tries to kill him with Burn, Cyber just Bewitching Vapors.
Oh, he can exile one of his beasts.
Gain 5. Cajun tries to kill him with anything that is a permanent, just Bewitching Vapors it, and then you're totally fine with him gaining 5 because you have the board advantage. Cajun really wants that Farmer's Repos right now, but even a Farmer's Repos wouldn't do much. And the problem is, like, Hunter's Hideout, it's like an explicitly like anti-walker card in the sense of like how much board advantage it generates.
Oh, actually,
okay.
Maybe not that fast clock. He can block with Rogue Kill.
Yeah. Okay, so Cyber is just going to take that. And Cajun, now Cajun, I think, is probably going to end step Exile Rogar's create tokens.
No, I think Cajun should do that during combat.
No, he has a mana now. Oh, okay, he's going to be sacrificing for backs. Okay, instead he's sacrificing for backstage rooms and then draw a card.
Yeah, try to find some more burn.
Okay, because he had 2 pieces of burn kill here.
2 pieces of burn or just Pyrus?
Pyrus, assuming that Cyber doesn't have Sand Scatter or Vapors. Yeah, Vapors just save Cyber either way. But if Cyber only has Sand Scatter, Burn will do it. Oh, there's Performer. Show me the Archgen. Nah, Cyber's gonna be like, resolved, Sand Scatter. The fact that Cyber is thinking about it. Oh no, okay. He's letting it resolve. Cyber is either being remarkably candid, or...
Why would he say that?
Or slow rolling.
Or that's like the 12,000 IQ mind game. Yup, here comes Sand Scatter right there.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, I think, and Cyber specified at start of combat to prevent Pyrus adding mana and Cajun potentially playing anything else. But yeah, that was literally the perfect card he needed.
Yeah.
And now Cajun eats 12 damage and dies. No, not dies.
He goes down to
but
2.
I can't see how he's coming back from this.
I mean,
unless he draws him to like burn.
Yeah, unless Cyber has literally nothing, like no interaction in hand, which I guess Cyber has used a decent amount, so that could be it. Okay, so Cyber now has the mana to cast Casimir or Helen and still have interaction up. Oh, or he could just Oracle's Vision. That takes that option out of the way, but allows him to draw into something else, hopefully.
And he was playing, but yeah.
And see, that's really what the advantage black decks have over
another Oracle.
Yeah, that's the advantage like Roach
keeps smelling his
over
counter
Mantis,
spells.
is that Roach had like recursion in the form of I can't remember the name. Archive Guardian. Have recursion in the form of Archive Guardian. So anything that you milled, you could get back. And since Archive Guardian can be cast from your own graveyard, you don't have to worry about milling it yourself, because you can mill Archive Guardian and another card you want and still be able to bring back something.
Alright, show me.
So yeah, now it's show me 2 burn or show me Pyrus.
Well, he already built another performer, so.
Oh, that's it. GG.
Yeah.
3 cards in hand, but all dead. 3 cards in hand, 8 mana, still couldn't win through that Hunter's Hideout. But yeah, I think Cajun was mentioning that Cyber Oracle's Vision on turn 1 and milled 3 win cons. I think he means that Cajun milled out 3 win cons through Oracle Vision, which would explain why he wasn't drawing anything of value, since a decent chunk of his cards were just lost to the void. Yeah, I don't think sideboarding will change. Unless like Cyber decides to get cheeky and be like, wow, if I mill all his win cons, I can win, and then tries to bring in Chrono Fracture. But that would be a dumb decision, I feel like. So I don't think he's going to do that. Cyber is citing something in. Oh, no. Cyber is citing something in. I wonder what that is.
He sideboarded in 2.
Oh, he sideboarded out 2 cards, and he's going to sideboard 2.
So, what are his 2 of? Chains of Duel and Sigil of.
He says position 4 of his sideboard. What is position 4 of his sideboard? Chrono Fracture? Or
Giant's Wake?
No, I think position 4 literally means like counting each card as 1, 2, 3, 4. So
So that would be Chrono Fracture then? That's weird.
I was joking about like Chrono Fracture Exile win cons. Because time walking itself versus an aggressive deck feels like an aggressively bad plan. So I'm hoping that wasn't Chrono Fracture, and it was just like Giant's Wake or something.
Let's see the meme. Come on.
Would Giant's Wake be a good? I guess it is a board wipe.
Yeah, but he mentioned to Kevin, or he might be actually no. Okay, that might be it. Kevin, you mentioned that he cited out Setting Sun. Maybe he's citing those back in.
Oh.
At least I hope that's what it is.
That just doesn't make sense, being on, like, having them in on the play, or having them out on the play, but then in on the draw, because if you're having them in on the play, then you at least get to kill their Pyrus if they drop it on 2 or 3, but if they have a Pyrus, they just get to flip it on 4, and then on your turn 4, you're sitting there with a Setting Sun and not quite sure what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Just feels like a very weird sideboard.
It might have been one of the sideboards where it's like, I think I need this card, and then like game 3, like, what was I thinking? I need my Setting Sun. I don't know what I was thinking. Get this card back in my deck.
Alright, well.
Seems like Cajun could have used one last game.
Yeah, I'm thinking this goes to Cajun. He's on the play.
He's got a Headwind Glider on 1.
Yeah.
And see, Headwind Glider into like, I don't know, anything there on 2 is the reason that Cyber wants to have a board wipe here, because he can't afford to 1-for-1 those.
Yeah,
I still think these Headwind Gliders should be Alm Champs for sure, but I'll defer to Cajun since he's the one who's has 2 GP, and like second place, a third one with this deck. Okay, Seek Prophecy, grabbing Oracle's Vision. We don't know what the other 2 revealed cards were, but we can assume that they weren't very good.
Yeah, like that's what he's taking.
Yeah.
Alright, Cajun, let's see it.
Oh man, no.
Form of Desire on 2. Headwind Glider swings in for 1. See, if this was all group champion, he could have been swinging in for 4 there.
Oh,
And yeah, okay, if Cajun like curves out here, like 3-drop Taicham or like Saigura Tam, like Cyber just loses.
oh, oh. Oh, because if he's Psychoratans, then he just let Iris with 2. That's gross. Oh, and he's not gonna have a bewitching paper for turn 4.
Okay, so Oracle's just cantripping. Casual Seek Prophecy into Monkey Shines into Oracle's Vision. Just doing like the full tour of the cantrips in Cyber's deck.
Yeah,
See
I mean,
that would
that
have
was
been
actually
good
a
in
good
like if he
visions
was
for
playing into a slow
Cajun.
deck, because he could be like cantrip, turn 3 drop Hunter's Hideout, have fun. But like,
Oh, yeah.
Oh god.
yeah, here comes Catman.
I can't look.
So swinging in for 7.
7,
Cyber's down to 10.
and next turn it's lethal.
Mm-hmm.
If he can flip performer, then that's pretty much game over,
That is
right?
pretty much that is
He
objectively game over. And next turn he can, even if he
Yeah.
doesn't have another land,
Even with he can't cast Bewitching Vapors. He can only have exactly hand scatter, but even then he's taking
even with Sandscatter he takes
5.
and then he has to draw exactly Sandscatter into Bewitching Vapors
Outsmart.
into another removal spell.
That even then, that's not enough. His tame is going to go up to 4, and then he just heals.
He has Sandscatter mana up, but is this going to be just a turn 4 doink? Here come the cats. Tapping out 3 for. That's exactly lethal.
Oh.
That's exactly lethal.
Yep. There's
Actually, no, that's one
nothing
more than
to
lethal.
target you to save him.
Sandscatter on.
Sandscatter?
I think it has to be on either. Oh,
Really?
To take 1 less damage. No, actually, yeah, to take 1 less damage, I guess.
and that's still.
This is. I literally think there's no way for Cyber to win here. Yeah, there's.
No, because, I mean, he's at 2, and even if he can get the board, Tam.
Yeah, so
Timmy
this is
Tams.
actually game.
Oh, did he forget to make the desert? Yeah. Doesn't even matter.
It's the Cyber already saying
Yep.
good games.
Alright.
And that was, yeah, that was a turn 5 win, which actually is, for an aggregate, it's not that crazy.
God, that was
But that
so
was very
fast.
fast. And that's why Cat Tax is good. So good games to Cyber and Cajun. It's a little late, but I want to see if we can get them in quickly.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to head out. That was some fun commentary. That was a crazy game.
Thanks for commentating with me, Kevin.
See y'all later.
See you some other time.
See ya.
Yeah, I think also what Cyber had in hand, because he was cantripping very aggressively. I don't was it trying to turn on Hunter's Hideout, or I don't know. I'd assume that's what it was.
Yeah, I don't think any nut draw from Cyber could have beat what Cajun had, though. That was
Like, do we have a planar cleansing effect in the format? I don't think we do.
yeah, not that I know of.
And yeah, that's just the problem with decks like Mantis, is that they prey on prey, pun unintended, on some of like the slower, more like I'm going to play fair magic or I'm going to try and combo off. But then if you just go under them, they don't have a lot of answers, or they don't have any answers really. But I guess a lot of that has to do with their access to non-creature permanent ways of putting on pressure in aggressive color specifically. Also, hi Cajun. So I guess the first obligated question is what you sided in. Though I'd assume it would probably be Farmer's Repose and Priestess of Simplicity, but I want to see if there's something else that you had in mind. Okay. I'm surprised that Siege came out, because I'd assumed that Siege would be really good in this matchup, just given Cyber's and almost entirely basicless mana base. Oh, okay, fair. And I guess, like, what matchups do you think you would bring Priestess on? Like Angel Touch or something? Because I think that is a worry / problem with Priest, is that it's good for slowing down your opponents who are already slow, but in those matchups you kind of just want to have as blisteringly fast an opening as you can, and Priestess can kind of stop that, both by being just a 2-drop that isn't as impactful as some of the other 2-drops in your deck, and also by cutting yourself off color, or cutting yourself off certain lands.
I don't know. Even against something like Angel Touch, to just be able to go under it, though, right?
Yeah. Okay, fair. Until that last game, yeah, they were running they're definitely running longer than I guess Cat Tax wants to run, or usually has to run. So actually, I just want to because unlike most of the decks I think here at this GP, yours is one that has been played multiple times before, and I just want to hear about the changes that you've made. I don't quite I think Performative Desire is new. Seto-san is the Summer Blossom is new. I can't remember if you ran Imp Siege before, but I think those are the changes. Imp Siege is new. Okay, so of all those new cards that you put in, how have they been performing? Like, what do you think of them so far? Well, keeping them in and not siding them out might help, but yeah. Hey, what did you run in those slots before? I'm trying to remember. Like, I know at one point, I think you, like, at the very first iteration of the deck, you had the 3-mana Elspeth, but I think by the time I joined the format, that wasn't there in your list. Yeah, like, do you remember what like the exact cards that were removed from between the last iteration of Cat Tax and this? Oh yeah, actually, how could I forget Disseminate? It's one of the cards that the deck is named for. Okay, my bad. Yeah. And yeah, I guess Ghana Mali Elite was also one of the things that the previous iteration, Prowess Walkers. Okay. Not 100% of the float meaning. Ah, okay. Yeah, I guess it depends on like what you want tempo, or like what you predict the meta will be / what you want the tempo over. But do you think so? Like it sounds like Pyrus has been like just good enough that you're okay with the tempo loss if he gets killed in response to the triggers, just because of how much pressure it puts on your opponent to have that answer. Is that like a correct evaluation of like why you've been liking Pyrus? Yeah, okay, yeah. I'd imagine so. Just having another card which comes down early but can close out the entire game by itself. Um,
What are your reasons for running Headwind Glider over
oh
Almsgrove
yeah, that's
Champ?
definitely a question I had. Is that just like a creature meta prediction? But even then, I feel like Double Strike on Almsgrove would give it a pretty good chance. Psychtam for the second mode, to get damage in the air. Oh, never mind. I'm dumb. I forgot about the it can only attack alone mode.
Oh,
Yeah, it
really?
can only attack. Almsgrove Champion can only attack on
Oh,
blocks alone.
I didn't even see
Yeah,
that line.
that's a
Okay.
pretty important line of text. My bad. But yeah, also because I was just thinking that I guess like the go wide part of the deck is important. But I just remembered liking playing Almsgrove Champion into Psych and then using the second +1 on Psych. Sorry, not on Psych. Second +1 on Almsgrove, and then just swinging for 10 with Almsgrove. But that does just get kind of stymied by them having any blocker whatsoever. So yeah, remembering that line of text, that very important line of text, I get Headwind a lot more. I guess like in general, like one more question would be, just deck philosophy, because it plays very much like it's like a very aggressive deck. It puts pressure on your opponent, but the curve is also very surprising if you're thinking about it from that perspective, because you have like what you have 12 3-drops. Your curve tops out at 4, which is I think a kind of unusual for an aggressive deck. You only have 2 1-drops or 2 1-drop creatures. You technically have Scorch, but like all the rest of your burn is on 2 mana. So just I guess the kind of thing is like, does that change how you play or view the deck, or is it just pretty much aggro, but I just have way more haymakers and I sacrifice playing things on 1 and 2 for just having more impactful plays later? That's interesting. Yeah, because I guess like even though you don't have I guess ways to interact, I guess like you either play as aggro versus combo, or versus other decks you just have quote unquote ways of interacting, which is basically just putting them off their step, and then you just have a bunch of yeah, okay. So it's okay. I guess thinking of it from that perspective makes it a lot easier to understand the composition and also why the deck is strong. It's not just strong because this is like a very strongly aggressively oriented deck in a format that is dominated by slower, more either combo or just like value and synergy oriented things. It's just this is also in a similar vein, slower and synergy oriented, but it just has the potential to be very many things on the main board. Is that kind of I don't know. I think I was rambling a little bit there, but does that agree with what you're saying? Okay, cool. So I think I have one last question, and that's what matchups are you hoping to hit going forward in the GP, and what matchups are you hoping to duck? I guess specifically looking at the people who are currently 2-0 other than you, which would be actually I don't think has any.
Just
Just
JN.
JN.
It's just
Okay, and
JN.
everyone else who has the potential to go 2-0 still has yet to play. That's JN for you. Okay. Well, I don't have anything else I want to say, so I'm just gonna if there's any last thing that you want to say, here's the chance. Otherwise, thanks for taking the time to do this interview. Okay, cool. And good luck for the rest of the GP. Huh.